Stop what you're doing right now and listen closely. I want you to picture the most disciplined person you can imagine. Not someone who just goes to the gym consistently, not someone who just eats clean. I'm talking about a level of control, a degree of mental fortitude that seems almost inhuman. Now let me ask you this. What if I told you that this level of discipline isn't something you're born with? What if I told you it's not reserved for Navy SEALs or world-class athletes? What if I told you it's a system, a programmable state of mind, and that the reason you haven't accessed it is because you've been fed a lie your entire life? A lie that says discipline is about brute force, about gritting your teeth and just doing it. Here's the truth nobody wants you to hear, and once you grasp this, your entire reality will shift. The problem isn't your lack of willpower. The problem isn't that you're lazy or unmotivated. The problem is that you are operating on a flawed mental framework, a system fundamentally designed for comfort and compromise. But today, I'm going to reveal a protocol so potent, so radically different from the conventional wisdom you've been force-fed, that once you understand it, inconsistency becomes a foreign concept. This isn't about trying harder. This is about installing a new operating system for your mind, one that makes unwavering discipline your default state. Let me tell you about a man named David Goggins. You might have heard of him. Ex-Navy SEAL, ultra-marathon runner, the only member of the U.S. Armed Forces to complete SEAL training, Army Ranger School, and Air Force Tactical Air Controller training. But what most people don't know is the origin story. Before the records, before the book deals, before he was the icon of mental toughness, David was a completely different person. He was working a dead-end job as an exterminator, weighing nearly 300 pounds, living a life of quiet desperation. He was stuck in a feedback loop of comfort and mediocrity, the same loop millions are trapped in right now. He'd look in the mirror and not recognize the man staring back. The dream of joining the military, a dream he had since he was a kid, felt like a fantasy from another lifetime. The gap between who he was and who he wanted to be wasn't just a gap, it was a chasm. One night it all came to a head. He came home, sat on his couch, and saw a documentary about the Navy SEALs. He saw them going through Hell Week, enduring unimaginable physical and mental punishment. And in that moment, something inside him didn't just click, it shattered. He realized the person on that couch was a construct, a character he had been playing, and he decided right then and there to kill that character. He picked up the phone to call a recruiter. The recruiter laughed. At his weight and with his background, it was impossible. He was told he needed to lose over 100 pounds in less than 3 months. For 99.9% of people, that's the end of the story. The dream dies, and the comfortable excuses take over. But this is where the protocol begins. This is where David Goggins became Goggins. What he did next is the scariest level of discipline you've ever seen, because it wasn't about motivation. Motivation is fleeting, it's a cheap spark. What he tapped into was something far deeper, something primal. He manufactured a new identity from scratch. He started what he calls the accountability mirror. Every single morning he would stand in front of the mirror and have a brutally honest conversation with himself. No lies, no sugarcoating. He'd list out his insecurities, his failures, his weaknesses. He'd tell himself he was fat, he was lazy, he was undisciplined. He wasn't doing this for self-pity. He was doing it to arm himself with the truth. He was taking all the ammunition his inner critic could ever use against him and owning it. This is the first component of the system, radical, unfiltered honesty. You have to confront the unvarnished truth of your current state. You have to look at your bank account, step on the scale, review your screen time report, and accept the data without emotion or excuse. Most people live in a state of delusion. They tell themselves, it's not that bad, or I'll start tomorrow. The protocol demands you incinerate tomorrow. Your starting point is the cold, hard reality of right now. Goggins didn't say, "I'll start my diet on Monday." He went to his kitchen, threw out every single piece of junk food, and went for his first run. It was miserable. He could barely make it a quarter of a mile, but he did it. The second component is what he calls callousing the mind. Your mind, like your hands, will soften if it isn't exposed to friction. The protocol requires you to intentionally and systematically do things that you do not want to do every single day. Not just big things, but small things. Wake up an hour earlier than you need to. Take a cold shower. Do 10 push-ups every time you feel the urge to check your phone. Clean your kitchen when you're exhausted. These aren't about the direct results. They are about training your brain. Every time you override your initial impulse for comfort, you're casting a vote for your new identity. You are literally forging new neural pathways. You're teaching the primal, animal part of your brain that you are in charge, not your fleeting feelings. Goggins's workout routine was absurd. He'd ride a stationary bike for hours, swim, then lift weights, then run, pushing his body to the absolute brink. He wasn't just burning calories, he was burning away the old version of himself. He was callousing his mind against the seductive whisper of "stop." This leads to the third and most crucial component, the cookie jar. When you're in the thick of it, when you're 18 hours into a 24-hour race and every cell in your body is screaming at you to quit, your brain will try to negotiate. It will tell you that you've done enough, that you deserve a break. This is the moment of truth. Goggins developed a mental technique where he visualizes a cookie jar. Inside this cookie jar are all of his past victories, every single time he pushed through pain and succeeded. When he was on the verge of collapse, he wouldn't think about how much further he had to go. He would mentally reach into that cookie jar and pull out a memory. He'd remember losing 106 pounds in 3 months. He'd remember surviving Hell Week not once, but 3 times. He'd remember the time he finished a 100-mile race on broken feet. Each cookie is a piece of evidence, undeniable proof that he has been in hell before and walked out the other side. This isn't just positive thinking, it's a strategic weaponization of your own past successes. Your brain can't argue with results. When it says, "You can't do this," you pull out a cookie and say, "Remember when we did that?" This is no different. Most people, when faced with a challenge, remember their failures. The protocol demands you build a library of your wins, no matter how small, and use it as fuel. You finished a workout you wanted to skip? Put it in the cookie jar. You resisted the urge to eat junk food? Cookie jar. You read 10 pages instead of scrolling? Cookie jar. You are building an arsenal of irrefutable proof of your own capability. This is the system. It's a 3-part loop. 1. Radical honesty to define the mission. 2. Callousing the mind to build the capacity for discomfort. 3. The cookie jar to fuel yourself during the battle. It is a self-perpetuating cycle. The more you callous your mind, the more cookies you earn for your jar. The more cookies in your jar, the more ammunition you have to push through the next challenge, further callousing your mind. It becomes an upward spiral of discipline. It's a feedback loop that generates its own momentum. This is why motivation becomes irrelevant. You're no longer relying on a feeling, you're relying on a system. Think about it. The person who needs motivation to go to the gym is the person whose identity is still tied to comfort. The person who has implemented this protocol doesn't need motivation. They go to the gym because that is who they are. It's an action that aligns with their programmed identity. Skipping the gym would create more psychological discomfort than the physical discomfort of the workout itself. This is the end point. This is when breaking a commitment to yourself becomes, as I said, psychologically impossible. Now look at your own life. Where are the negotiations happening? Is it hitting the snooze button? Is it the choice between cooking a healthy meal or ordering takeout? Is it opening a book or opening social media? Each of those moments is a battlefield. And for too long, you've been showing up unarmed. You've been trying to fight a trained soldier with good intentions. It's time to stop. It's time to arm yourself. Start today, not tomorrow. Find your mirror. Have that brutally honest conversation. Identify one thing you can do today that you don't want to do, and do it. Take a cold shower. Go for a run in the rain. Do it, and when you're done, put that victory in your brand new cookie jar. That's your first piece of evidence. That's the beginning of your new identity. This journey isn't easy. It will be uncomfortable. It will be painful. But the person you are today was built on a foundation of comfort, and look where it's gotten you. The person you want to become is waiting on the other side of that pain. The path is clear. The system is proven. The only variable is you. So when you close this video, you have a choice. You can go back to the comfortable lies and the familiar cycle of starting and stopping. Or you can find a mirror, start building your cookie jar, and begin the process of meeting the most disciplined, powerful version of yourself, the version that's been waiting for you all along. If you're serious about this transformation, if this idea resonates with you on a deep level, make sure you stick around. We're just getting started.